yourself in 1 year? And are you willing to take this show and come into other hoods and other states where we have situations where we need some kind of blueprints laid out by people that are on the ground who have the formulas? Because it's about formulas at the end of the day. Because you could take a formula and apply it to any movement, change the name, change up the uniforms, but it'll work the same.
That's right, brother.
So are you willing to export your knowledge of, you know, building up a fast-growing, you know what I mean, active group, a proactive group who's in the streets doing their thing from Detroit? Because I'm from New York. We look at your town and your city, this is Motown, but this is a city of warriors. You feel what I'm saying? Philly, Detroit, Chicago, Duluth. So there's a vantage point on the action or the pro-action of your groups and what it is that you mean to our people.
Yes,
you dig what I'm saying? If this was a kingdom, I would come to here for the warriors, bottom line. And the scholars, the warrior scholars, but warrior mentality, warrior spirits, I would recruit. The army would come out of Detroit, it would come out of Philly, New Orleans, you know what I mean? Chi-Town, Houston, the 3rd Ward. So we gotta start connecting because we A alike, who see alike, and we do be alike.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean? So real recognize real. So your resume is in your work. So now it's just time to grow the work and export the work. Because we export that work.
Oh yeah.
We export that work. So now let's apply the same principles to exporting that real work. To clean up that other work. Because I'm sure that you could relate the same way that I could relate, that the contingency of people that I learned from were street people who put in that work. They were caterpillars that turned into butterflies. So they understood what it is. They knew that they wasn't turning their back on their own, but they were doing what they had to do in order to bring their own, because they know that they represent their own.
Right.
You don't gotta go home. You are home. You're right where you are. I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at all kind of brothers in Detroit. The niggas playing PlayStation right now, you know, sitting around wasting time. You're standing here for them. You represent them.
Absolutely.
And your victory is what's going to get them off that couch. It's what's going to tell them, nah, fuck that, I'm riding now. Because the brother, we see the strides that they making. Somebody might have went online on Friday and saw you shutting down the gas station. You know what I mean? And was like, you know what? They don't even got your phone number, but they know who you are. And they say, the next time I see the guy, I'm going to just bless him with some money. The same way that I'm blessing the damn dude at the bar with 2 or 3 racks for some bottles. Or I'm making it rain on you know, peaches and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just hit my brother with $500 and tell him keep up the good work. Because it's going to help us more than it's going to hurt us.
Well, to answer that question, brother, yeah, we already, that's exactly, you know, our whole purpose and point, man. You set the blueprint, and consistency, brother. You know what I mean? Being able to be consistent is the platform or the foundation that we sit on. Because so many people got a good intent to do things, and so many people want to do things, but you can't. It's no breaks in this, man. Like I said, right now, like Dr. Claude Anderson say, you know, we too far behind, man. We laps and laps behind. So why should we have the audacity to have time to take a break? But to further, you know, speak on different sectors in different cities. That's what we on. Actually, we going to Chicago, which is going to be our first trip as an organization. You know, we busting it.
When is it?
And we are show you how much prepared for it. We already got our new Air Chicago stuff.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Ready to go, brother. So Chicago is our first stop because that's the city that's the closest to us. In terms of the Midwest, you know, that is the Midwest. Chicago
that's your sister state.
And Detroit. So for us to be able, we in talks with Fred Hampton Jr. You know, so when we go down there, we're gonna connect with some real good people in the South and be able to set that up. You know, in February we'll be in Atlanta. For Black History Month, we'll be down there around black colleges and doing the same stuff that we do up here. And then next we'll be in Philly towards the end, and we trying to come to Philly and New York.
Black and Nobel.
So
I'll hook you up with Black and Nobel. In Atlanta, I'll hook you up with Kalanji, the Zulu Nation. There's an organization out there that we did a march with all of the gangs. We went to Bankhead. The Bloods, the Crips, the GDs, the Vice Lords, Nation of Islam, Moors, and just other people. The dope boys came out, we marched and we protested police brutality, but this was more awareness, like you said, for Bankhead, to let them know, Bankhead, we here, you know. So I'm gonna assist any way that I can. So your trips to these new places, your new ventures, will be met with the people on the ground. Because the only thing that we're lacking right now is organization. Right. in the age of new media.
That's right. And that's one of the things that I was going to actually want to speak on real quick is that what's phenomenal about New Era is that it is a secular organization. So it's not religious based. It doesn't have any attachments that deter the type of the common person away.
Yeah.
So with that being said, is that we predicate ourselves. We are predicated on being organized, presenting ourselves in the right way. So when we follow Kwame Ture a lot. Kwame Ture said, in order to be an organizer, you have to be an organizer and a mobilizer. A person can just be a mobilizer, but they may not be an organizer. What we do is that we organize and we mobilize. So we got programs to actually have programs that sustain action. Because it's like you said, when the police come over to our community and they kill a brother, we can all react to it and come out and yell and shout, and then react to it, cause a ruckus and cause some kind of awareness that day. And it might even last for a week or 2 days, a week or 2 weeks. But at the same time, what program or what things that have you implemented to sustain actions to prevent them to be able to come here and not have any ramifications? There has to be consequences for black lives. And the only way you can have consequences for black lives is that you organize to render those consequences. Right now, we don't have any consequences. So that's what New Era is. When we did Thursday, that lady came out to our meeting. She came out and she expressed her grievances. She said she went to the police, they did nothing. She went to the news, they did nothing. So a person, I work at an African Center school at Timbuktu. Peace. A co-worker told me that he referred her to us. She called, she came to the meeting, you know what I mean? And then after that, we went to the gas station and we held them accountable. We blocked off all the entrances. We hollered at the owners. We made them publicly apologize. We fired the guy, and charges are being pressed. You feel me?
Got locked up.
Yeah.
And I want to add on to what you were saying about the system of accountability, but what we don't have is a reward system. That's what we have to begin to implement. Dylan Roof has a reward system. George Zimmerman had a reward system. He understood that if he stood on his square, he would be monetarily rewarded for what he did. African Americans, these organizations, we don't have a reward system. When one of our head rules, excel in school. When a brother like that puts forth a jury like that, this museum ready, how are we rewarding our own? How can I reward New Era for what they did on Friday? Where's the reward system? Not to say that I'm going to do things only to receive an award, but god damn it, how can we give back to the people that's doing what they do so we can encourage other people to say, look, I'm good because the love that my people are giving me, like a brother earlier said, he eats 3 ways: spiritually, mentally, and in the pocket. He's a social entrepreneur. Social entrepreneurship says I'm cleaning up my community socially, but I'm also an entrepreneur. You dig what I'm saying? I'm here to build up my community. You're not gonna rock me to sleep to be Mother Teresa while you motherfuckers shrine churches. You got big ass buildings. Y'all buying up all neighborhoods with churches and stuff. No, we gotta develop a reward system. Make this shit fly. Make them say, yo, I want to get that wraith or that ghost or that phantom. I'm gonna go hard with writing books. I'm gonna go hard on my revolution because I know that I'll be rewarded. And I probably could drive like Khalid Muhammad in a Bentley, but he deserved that.